This is your morning yoga sequence to wake up the body and wake up the mind, and most importantly, just to give yourself some time in the morning. So when we've given ourselves even just 10 minutes like this to move and to breathe, then we tend to be able to do the day a lot better. So we're going to start in a seated position. So come to sit however's comfortable for you. And I invite you this morning to maybe start the day by finding an intention or setting an intention. So that intention could be to spend these few moments this morning really giving yourself what you need. This could be to go about your day with a state of gratitude. Your intention could be to say no when you need to. It could be to relax more. Whatever the first thing that comes into your head is probably the right thing. So maybe just spending a moment here before we move to set that intention for yourself today. What is it that you need? What is it that you're going to do? Good. And then we'll start by taking a few breaths together, so all on the same page. So just let this breath, this sound guide your breath. So together we'll take a slow breath in through the nose, really expanding your rib cage, expanding your stomach. And then when you're ready, a slow breath out. Relax the shoulders, relax all the face muscles. Again, take a slow breath in, expand the rib cage, the stomach, the back. Slow breath out. Good, one more time, really big breath in. So feel the body filling up with breath. And breathing out, let it go. And we're going to start the movement today on your back. So if you come to lie on your back when you feel ready, and get moving straight away. So the next time that you breathe in, just take a really big stretch out through your arms and legs so everything reaches out as big as it can. And we're going to exhale to bend the knees, hug them to the chest and squeeze the nose up to the knees. So again, as you breathe in, huge stretch out, reach out for the fingers and toes. And then exhale, bend the knees, give them a squeeze to the chest. One more time, as you breathe in, reach everything out as big as you can. Then when we're here, we'll start to circle through your wrists and through your ankles. So as we go through the years, the seasons change, more towards autumn, the joints can get a little bit clicky and cracky, so make sure they're nice and warm as we do this. Good, and then we'll draw the knees in toward the chest, relax your back muscles as you roll up and down a few times, and the more relaxed your back is, the more we can really massage into the muscles there. Good. So the next time that you bring yourself up, we'll have the knees bent, the feet about mat distance apart. As you rest the hands behind you, just gently drop the knees one way, then the other. So you're getting a little bit of space in the hips. Good, and then bring in a little bit of strength. So as you, from here, bring the hands up towards the chest, palms together, slowly drop the knees to the right, and then down to the left. So really bring some blood flow towards the hips, towards the lower body, and using the core a little bit as well. Good, okay, so the next time you drop the knees down to the right, just make your way over onto hands and knees nice and slowly. So when we're here, wrists more or less underneath the shoulders. We're going to breathe in here to draw the chest forward, lifting the tailbone. And you exhale, pressing the floor to round the spine. And again, as you breathe in, take the chest forward, draw the shoulders back, and then exhale to press and round the back. Good. So just find this movement a few times for yourself. And most importantly here, just use this time to see how your body feels today. Okay, so every day we feel a bit different, therefore every day we're going to need some sort of different movement to help us. Good, so from this place, you bring the hands slightly wider apart and just start to make more of a circular movement with your hips now. So as the hips press out to the left, round, then out to the right. Again, just noticing is one hip a little bit tight than the other, or do they actually feel really relaxed or strong today? And then swapping direction, so all the way back the other way, especially focusing on those bits of the circle where you press your hips up to the side. Good, alright, so eventually we're going to come back towards child's pose, bring the hips towards the heels, and just come back to your breath. So a slow breath in through the nose, and a slow breath out. Good, and then from this place we'll spread the fingers and thumbs nice and wide, tucking the toes, coming into downward facing dog, so pressing the hips up and back. Good, so when we're here, we'll give the legs a little walk out, so one heel then the other's pressing towards the floor. So fingers and thumbs spread wide, even though in this position, pulling your shoulders down away from the ears as well. Good, then from here, we'll take a breath in to lift one leg all the way up behind you, and the leg that's still on the floor, find a bend and a straight in that knee, so really wake up the legs. Good, then swapping over, lifting the other leg, and again the leg that's on the floor, gently bend and straighten through that knee, nice and strong. Good, alright, then we'll slowly start to walk forward towards the front of the mat, so we're forward fold together. So keep the knees a little bit bent and just find a sway from side to side. So head is relaxed, hands are relaxed. And then let's start to bring some more circulation to the back of the body. So hands come to the lower back and begin to tap the lower back. Tap all the way down the back of the legs. As again, tapping up the back of the legs. Brilliant, good. Again, down the back of the legs. Keep tapping on the front of the legs now as we roll up to stand. On the thighs, tapping the sides of the body. Okay, tapping on the chest and the thymus. Good, and then tapping on the top of the head. So really begin to wake everything up. Good, all right, then we'll take the feet slightly wider apart with the toes turned out, hands up to the side, and start to find a little kind of twist or a spin from side to side. Good, so as you do this, let your hips and your spine do the movement and the arms are just following along. And so you could maybe lift one heel then the other so the whole body's getting involved. Good, all right, then we'll slowly make our way into the centre. So come and stand up at the top of the mat, feet a comfortable distance apart. We'll take a breath in here to lift the shoulders up. And as you exhale, rolling them back and down. So again, allow a moment here to remind yourself of that intention today. And then we'll begin to move. So we'll take a breath in, lifting the hands all the way up. And as you exhale, forward fold, so soft bend of the knees. Good. Hands come to the floor. We take a big step back with the right foot and bring the knee down. So we're going to breathe in here, hands come forwards and up. And as you breathe out, take a big circle back. One more time like that. Breathe in to lift the hands. Breathe out, big circle back. Now we bring the hands to the inside edge of the foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee and stepping back into downward facing dog. So from downward facing dog, we're going to inhale forward into a plank and keeping the movement going, start to shift the weight from one hand to the other. So building a little bit of strength as well. And then pressing back into downward facing dog. And then one more time, inhaling forwards into your plank. Again, shift the weight from one hand to the other. And then we'll lower to the floor. So you might choose to bring the knees down first, then bend the elbows. Come into cobra, so roll the shoulders back as you lift the chest. And we're going to exhale, press the hips back towards child's pose. Eventually tucking the toes down, facing dog. Good. So come and step or even jump forward to the front of the mat. Feet a comfortable distance apart. We're going to breathe and lift the hands. As you exhale, let the hands flow down the centre of the body. Good. To wake up the brain a little bit more, just come into like a marching sort of movement. Good. And then we're just going to wake up the two sides of the brain or balance them by cross crawling. So let your hands tap the opposite knee as they lift. Good. Keep the breath nice and slow. And then we're going to change it by tapping the opposite heel as you lift. So from here, tapping the heel as it comes back behind you. So the brain is very woken up now, if it wasn't before. And then again, we'll take a slow breath in, lift the hands all the way up, and exhale to forward fold all the way down. This time, take a big step back with the left foot, bring the knee to the ground. We're going to inhale, hands come forwards and up, and as you breathe out, big circle back. One more time like that, inhaling to lift. Exhale to circle back. Now hands come to the inside edge of the foot. We tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and step into downward facing dog. So from downward facing dog, we inhale forward into our plank, slightly stronger this time. Left hand taps the opposite shoulder, and the right hand taps the opposite shoulder. One more time, left hand taps the opposite shoulder, right hand taps the opposite shoulder. Press back into downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out here. And then again, inhaling forwards into our plank. One more time for this. Left hand to opposite shoulder, and then right hand to opposite shoulder. Again, left hand to opposite shoulder, right hand to opposite shoulder, and we lower to the floor. So maybe knees down first, then bend the elbows. Come into cobra, so lift the chest and roll the shoulders back, and then again pressing back towards child's pose. Take a slow breath in and out. And then again we start to tuck the toes and come into downward facing dog. So taking a step or a jump forward to the front of the mat. I'm going to breathe and lift the hands up. Come into that cross-crawling movement again. So again, tapping the opposite knee with the hand. And again, if you want to make this more challenging for your brain, you can always close the eyes as well. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tap the opposite heel, so tapping as you go. And again, more difficult is to close the eyes if you like. Good, all right. So eventually feet are comfortable distance apart. We're going to inhale, scoop the hands up, and you exhale, forward fold, coming all the way down. Good, so this time we're going to come straight back into a plank. Step the feet back when you're ready. We'll take a breath in at the top of the plank, and as you exhale, lower down. Maybe knees down first, then bend the elbows. Into cobra, so lift the chest forwards and up, shoulders back. We're going to exhale, tucking the toes, down facing dog. So come and step or jump forward to the front of the mat. Breathe in again to lift the hands, and we exhale, forward fold, coming all the way down. Back into that plank again. So breath in. If you want to make it stronger, stay in a straight line as you bend the elbows, lower down. Breathe and lifting the chest, maybe upward facing dog with the thighs off the floor. Exhale, tucking the toes, downward facing dog. Good, come and step or jump forward to the top again. We're going to breathe and lift the hands, and then breathing out all the way down again. Good, come back into that plank. So breath in at the top, exhale, lower down. Inhale to lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, and then exhale, down facing dog. One more time together. Come and step or jump to the top. So slow breath in, come all the way up, and then a slow breath out, forward fold. Good. Back into your plank again. Take your time as you lower down towards the floor. We're going to breathe in again to lift the chest, but this time coming back towards child's pose, hips towards the heels. Take a slow breath in and out. Good. Then from this position, we're going to walk the hands towards you. So tucking the toes, and if you can, press back into a squat here, into Malasana. So heels on or off the floor, whatever works for you. Bring the palms together, just pressing the knees outward. And then we'll take the left hand to reach out to the side, other arm all the way up. And then right hand reaches out to the side, other arm all the way up. Good. Then from here, support yourself with your hands if you need to. Otherwise, if you can, have those hands reaching forward and press to come on up. Brilliant, good. So hands relaxed, and then from there we're going to take a wide step apart with the feet. All right, so coming to a little standing sequence now. We'll turn the feet slightly outwards, take a deep bend in the knees for our high squat. So we're going to inhale here to lift the hands, lengthen the legs. As you exhale, deep bend in the knees, hands through the centre. Again, inhaling to come up, and then exhaling through the middle. So we'll come through a little bit of a Tai Chi movement now. So we're going to inhale to draw the palms to the chest, turn to the front of your mat. As you exhale, press the hands away. There's a little bend in the back knee as well. Inhale, come to the centre, turn to the back, and as you exhale, press the hands away. Again, inhaling to the centre, exhale, turn to the front, press the hands. Inhaling to the centre, exhaling to turn to the back. Good, one more time. Inhale to the middle, exhale to the front, inhaling to the centre, and then exhaling to the back. Good. From here, feet come wide apart, parallel. Hands back behind you. We're going to roll the shoulders open and come down into a forward fold. So relax the head, maybe letting the hands come all the way down to the floor. And then finding a little bit of a side to side movement. So you can take the feet as wide apart as you like here. So good. And again, depending on what kind of day you're having, hands might stay relaxed to give more support, or you might hover them to see how the legs are feeling. Good, and then very gently, we're just going to heel toe the feet closer together again, about hip distance apart. Bend the knees, come and sit low into your squat again, palms together. So we'll press the knees out, lifting the chest. And then again, left hand's going to come out to the side, other arm all the way up. And then right hand out to the side, other arm all the way up. Good, brilliant. So come to sit the hips down on the ground, like we did earlier, dropping the knees down one way and then the other. And then if you can bring the palms to the chest. So how you're feeling, you can always bring the hands down for more gentle and hands up for stronger. Good, all right, so the next time you drop the knees down to the right, just gently come into a twist. So let the hands come round back behind you. Good, think about lifting up and round with the chest. And then drop the knees down to the left and let the hands come back behind you so you're in more of a twist. Good, come into the centre. We'll bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees drop apart and come into a gentle forward fold. Good, relaxing the back of the neck. So slowly roll yourself up to sit. So again, find that comfortable seated position. And bring to mind that intention that you set this morning. So if that intention was, for example, to feel relaxed or to feel confident, to feel powerful, see if you can now start to visualise yourself in that state. So can you visualise yourself as feeling really relaxed as you go about your day today? Or as feeling confident or as strong or as powerful? So seeing yourself the way that you want to be today. And really see how you would be acting, what you'd be wearing, what you'd be doing, how would you be feeling. So bring all of that into your mind right now. Make it really, really bright, really, really bold. Good. So the more we can kind of visualise these things and really make them real in the mind, really, the more likely they are to happen in the day. So seeing yourself as you're going to be in your day today. And we'll finish with 3 rounds of that slow breath. So keeping that image in your mind. So you set that intention, make it really strong. Together, we'll take a slow breath in. Good. Fill the body with breath. And a slow breath out. Again, breathing in. Breathing out. One more time. When you're ready, slow breath in. Slow breath out. Just allowing your breath to return to a natural rhythm. And giving yourself thanks for your practice today. Bring the palms together, rolling the hands together to wake the body up a little bit more. And then take a slow breath in, palms all the way above the head. Exhaling to the heart center. Namaste.